Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back with me again. So, in this video, I want to explain some material about theory of culture with the main topic, psychoanalytic approaches to culture and the self. From the main topic, psychoanalytic approaches to culture and the self, there are also some learning subtopics that I want to present for all. There are some people, the founder of psychoanalysis with his theories about it, and also about what the lesson learned that I got from this material. Okay, let's begin. Happy watching! Psychoanalytic approaches to culture and the self. The relationship between cultural theory and the psychoanalytic theory is a complex one. There are clear affinities in as far as both see social life as essentially about meanings and emphasize the need for interpretation. The relationship becomes strained over two takes. First, psychoanalysis, in its traditional form at least, has tended to focus on the pathologies of the individual rather than on collective benefit. Secondly, there is a tendency towards psychological and biological reductionism in much psychoanalytic thought. Moves that have been made by some psychoanalytic thinkers aim at breaking down this barrier marked out one of the major achievements of 20th century's cultural theory. Before we can discuss these more recent theories, we need first to review the work of the founder of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud. Freud challenged the assumption that the self was narrowly what can be seen on the surface. He argued that identity, personality, and mental function were far more complex than anyone had previously imagined. First, he claimed that there was a basic split between the conscious mind and a hidden, unconscious mind. In Freud's understanding, the self was very much about sexuality, instinct, and pleasure. Freud emphasized the way that instinctual drives were either repressed or underwent sublimation, a process involving their displacement to sever beneficial for civilization, such as work or love for the family. Yet such a process were rarely fully successful, and frustration, aggression, guilt, and happiness could all too often arise for the modern individual. Post-Freudian theories of self and society. Post-Freudian theories of self and society includes: first, a digressed emphasis of individual psychological pathologies as the cause of neurosis and compensating interest in relation between people or between people and objects. Second, a focus on the way that society and its cultural organization are implicated in the problem experience themselves. And the last, an understanding of modern people as emotionally damaged, isolated, and suffering from impoverished identity. This has replaced the Freudian image of sexual and neurotical malfunction. Next, the Frankfurt School. The main point of Frankfurt School is to draw the critique of instrumental reason and modernity. A further distinguishing feature of their work was the passion of post-Freudian psychoanalytic theory with Marxian political economy. This theme was much developed in the writing of Freud and Marcus. Herbert Marcus sees the world in much the same way as Freud. Yet while from a social to social and personal pathology spoke of the need for greater social reflexivity, Marcus emphasized the need to resocialize and eroticize life so as to uncover what he called libidinal rationality. The resulting transformation of libidinal energy will lead to the emergence of genuine interpersonal relationships. Jessica Legend, 1977. For those influenced by structuralism, post-structuralism, and discourse analysis, Jessica's Legend, 1977, writings from the 1950th centuries and 1960th centuries are the key to theorizing the association of culture and civility for the conception of the self away from biology. structure like language. It was the domain of science, signifiers, and concepts that had to be decoded using techniques similar to those pioneered by Saussure. Post-Lacanian psychoanalytic cultural theory. Work in this post-structural tradition has several key features. First, there is a focus on the way that identities or subject positions are created by language, text, and the way that's relate to power. Second, ideas of essential, fixed, or true self are problematized. There is a focus on the shifting, multiple, and constructed qualities of the conscious and unconscious self. And the last is desire, fantasy, and illusion are understood to reproduce inequalities because they are constructed by symbolic structure that are, in turn, shaped by relation of power. Next, postmodern psychoanalytic cultural theory. As we move from post-structural toward postmodern psychoanalytic theory, more and more attention is given to such issues of desire and pleasure alongside a take on the concept of the unitary subject as the repository of desire. The rise of capitalism depends on the fragmentation and control of desire. This channeled it into fixed territories of time and space, alienating and impersonal commodity forms, origins and bureaucracies. Central to this process is the Oedipus complex, which records desire and ties either physical and a reversive way. For example, James Franco's Loyard, considered by many to be the foremost commentator on postmodernism, has also explored the connection between desire, culture, and the capitalist economy. Lyotard suggests, unlike other forms of psychoanalytic cultural theory, it fails to distinguish between potentially good and potentially bad for of desire or provide criteria for their evaluation. And the last, psychoanalytic approaches to culture and the self is the main topic of lesson learned. From this material, I know and I got the lesson learned that for contemporary cultural theories, psychoanalytic theory has clearly offered the most elaborate and attractive discourse on the self. It is an area marked by continued theoretical innovation that has attracted a number of formidable thinkers to its ranks. Besides that, psychoanalytic approaches to culture and the self, many of the central claims of psychoanalysis remain untested. Positivists suggest that it is akin to a religion rather than a science, its central concept. Examples like the unconscious do not always seem amenable to empirical observation. So guys, that's all the material about psychoanalytic approaches to culture and the self from the theory of culture that I can